That February morning hit like a punch to the gut, a wall of white roaring past my window, my neighbor's snowblower already drowning out the alarm clock, and a weather alert promising 18 more inches before noon. Not that I needed a forecast. Buffalo in winter has a way of announcing itself loud and clear in the kind of language that leaves salt stains on your boots and muscles aching before sunrise. By 5, I'd already been outside cold, biting my face, plow rumbling beneath me, making damn sure my driveway didn't turn into a frozen tomb for my truck. This is life on the edge of a city that measures seasons in feet, not inches. Here in Metobrook Heights, you learn early, stay ahead of the storm, or get buried by it. My garage was my sanctuary that morning, the truck humming warm salt bags stacked and ready. An hour and a half of work, and I thought I'd earned the right to relax, maybe even take a breath just watching the snow fall behind a pane of glass with hot coffee in hand. But peace in this neighborhood is about as fragile as the icicles clinging to the gutter, beautiful, temporary, and bound to shatter with the next cold front. Metobrook Heights. The kind of place where lawns look military issue by June, the HOA runs tighter than most country clubs, and the people running it, well, let's just say some of them find purpose in other people's business. 3 years here, I've learned follow the rules, even the ones that make you roll your eyes and keep your head down when the self-appointed sheriff comes riding through. The house itself I loved. It's the kind of place that feels like you did something right in life. But the HOA, that's where things got complicated. Our president, Karen Rutherford, she ran the place like it was her personal kingdom. She had the look, that sharp blonde bob, always in athleisure white Lexus, always sparkling, like she was born to star in an HOA reality show. And she seemed to treat the bylaws like scripture, except she was the one doing the rewriting. Every so often, Karen would catch me on some technicality, trash cans out too early, wreath the wrong shade of green, my work truck in the drive. But that blizzard morning, I honestly thought I'd beat her to the punch. Driveway spotless, salt down, sidewalk clean, nothing left to nitpick. Or so I thought. 9 a.m. Just as I'm thinking about a hot shower, the Lexus appears Karen's storm chariot. She drags out a commercial-grade salt spreader, marching up my drive like she's staking a claim. I barely have time to pull on jeans before she's halfway up cranking salt over what I'd already cleared. "Karen, what are you doing?" I call from the porch, voice almost lost in the wind. She doesn't even look surprised to see me. "HOA received a complaint, Xavier. Your driveway isn't up to standard. I'm here to fix it." And just like that, the day turns. I try to explain, show the snowbanks I'd made, the salt I'd spread. She's not listening. Claims she didn't see it at 8:30. Because it was still snowing, I point out, trying to keep my voice level, trying not to let her get under my skin. But the more I talk, the more she digs in, dumping salt like she's exorcising a demon. She starts in about responsibility, about rules. I tell her plain as day she's trespassing, damaging my property, making things worse, not better. And then she loses it right there in the storm, screaming loud enough to wake the dead neighbors, peeking through their curtains, the whole street bearing witness to this circus. She's not backing down, and neither am I. I start filming need proof, because with Karen, it always ends up your word against hers. She threatens me with violation notices, fines, hostile environment accusations. When I ask her to leave, she doubles down, dumping more salt and promising an emergency board meeting to deal with my behavior. Finally, she storms off, salt spreader abandoned in my drive. And that was just the opening shot. The violation notice lands that night, $1,000 in fines, wild accusations CC'd to every board member. I called Doug, my neighbor, who saw it all. He and his wife Martha agree to back me up. I dig up my Plow's GPS logs, save the video, and send it all to Tim, the only board member with an ounce of sense left. It escalates fast, a lawyer, a board meeting at Karen's fortress of a dining room, every trick in the book, but this time I'm not alone. The evidence is airtight, my video, Doug's statement, my GPS logs. Richard, my lawyer, lays it all out. And when the board sees the truth, Karen melts down, throws her papers, quits in a huff. You'd think that'd be the end, but some storms don't just blow over. Soon after, someone dumps sour milk in my mailbox. This time I catch her on camera. What starts as a petty feud spirals into criminal charges: mail tampering, vandalism, harassment. The police find a trail of trouble, other neighbors harassed, HOA funds, missing evidence of control gone rotten. Karen, once queen of the cul-de-sac, ends up in federal court. Justice comes slow, but it comes. She's sentenced to 5 years. The HOA reforms, the neighborhood finally breathes. We joke about the blizzard anniversary now, but nobody forgets what it took to change things. I joined the board not for power, but to keep the peace honest, to make sure Metobrook Heights stays the kind of place where neighbors help each other, not hunt each other. Looking back, I learned something the hard way. Peace is worth fighting for, even if it means standing up when no one else will. Neighborhoods aren't built on rules, they're built on people who care enough to do what's right. And when the snow falls heavy again, I know I'm ready, not just with a plow, but with the resolve to make this little corner of the world better than I found it. So what would you have done ever face down someone who couldn't handle losing power? Where do we draw the line between enforcing the rules and abusing them? Share your story below. Let's talk about what justice and a real community should look like.